All right, guys, we're going to try to keep this short and sweet. Keep it under 5 minutes because we shouldn't really need more than that, okay? So today we're putting everything that we've done this week together, or we're going to give it our best shot to put everything that we've done this week together. And so today we're looking at crafting claims or thesis statements, which we, if you remember back to Monday, we did together with the third little pig, and we're going to look at that again. But now we're going to use what we did on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with Squeaky to come up with our own thesis statement or claim about Squeaky. And our goal is to create a thesis statement that's big enough that we can think about it and write about it for the duration of our essay, so that it becomes the central idea of our essay. So let's take a look back at our third little pig thesis statement, where we decided that we were going to write about the fact that the third little pig was admirable. That's the trait we wanted to talk about, and the 3 reasons why we thought the third little pig was admirable. And we talked about those things. We made a list in our notebooks, and then we put it together into a sentence. The third little pig is an admirable character because he is hardworking, he is brave, and he outwits his enemy. The one thing that we didn't do on Monday, because we were just kind of introducing the things that we were going to be working on for this unit, was talk about why this thesis is a strong one, why it's effective. And there are a couple reasons that this thesis is strong or effective. One is that it's clear, meaning our reader is going to read that and know exactly what we're going to talk about for the rest of our essay. There's not a lot of room for them to be wondering about what's going to happen in this essay. And there's not so many words thrown in there that they're confused about what we're talking about, okay? The second thing that makes it strong is that it's arguable, and thesis statements have to be arguable. They can't just be, this is this. They can't just make a general statement that anyone and everyone would agree to. So that means that somebody can look at our thesis statement about the third little pig and say, well, hey, I disagree with that. And maybe they disagree and they don't think the third little pig is admirable. Or maybe they do think the third little pig is admirable, but not because he's hardworking or brave or outwits his enemy. They have different reasons for it. So you and your reader could have a discussion about why you disagree with each other. Okay? And then the third reason that our thesis statement is effective is because it's not too specific and it's not too general. And this just takes time and practice to figure out. And the more that we write thesis statements individually and talk about them together, and the more that we write them together, the better understanding you'll have of what this means. But basically, is we don't want our thesis statement to be too specific, because then it's going to be really hard for us to write a lot about it. And we don't want it to be too general, because then that means there's going to be too many things that we might want to include in our essay, and it's going to be really hard for us to get focused. Okay? And the template that we used, you guys have it on your outline, is a character is a trait because of reason A, reason B, and reason C. And if we look at our third little pig example, we can see exactly what we plugged in, right? A character, the third little pig, is a trait, an admirable character because of reason A, he is hardworking, reason B, he is brave, and reason C, he outwits his enemy. So we can see where they match up. Okay, now you're going to use this template and you're going to give this a shot for Squeaky. So to create the thesis, we have to get to know the character and the character's motivations. That's what we spent Wednesday and yesterday working on. So you already have your list of Squeaky's traits and what we know about Squeaky as a character and Squeaky's motivations. You have that in your notes from yesterday and from the day before. So make sure you take a look at those. Review them. If you want to make a new list in your notebook so that you have it in your notes for 1/11/19, you can, but you don't have to. You can just look back at your other lists, and then you want to decide what's the main trait you want to focus on. Do you want to focus on the fact that Squeaky is strong? Do you want to focus on the fact that Squeaky is protective of her brother? You have to decide what you want to spend an essay writing about. Okay, but once you decide on that trait, write it down in your notebook. Then you're going to look at the template below, and you're going to say Squeaky is, and the trait that you chose, because of reason A, reason B, and reason C. You have to come up with your 3 reasons that you think squeaky is that trait. Okay? You're going to put that all together and into a thesis. It's just your best shot. It's not the end of the world. We just want to see what we come up with for our first try. Okay? You're going to write that thesis though in your notebook. After you write it in your notebook, you're going to submit it on Google Classroom on this assignment, but as a private comment. So on the assignment where this video is attached, you're just going to add a private comment and you're going to type your thesis that you wrote in your notebook right onto this Google assignment. Okay? Look back at your notes, look back at your template on these slides, but also on your outline, and give it your best shot. All right, went a little over. We're at 6 minutes instead of 5, but pretty close.